Doesn't feel good. But I'll get off early, so that'll feel good.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm driving clear across to the other side of town. It doesn't feel good. But I'll get off early.
Everybody, good morning. We are live from Studio B this morning. Roger, of course, has joined us as long as he can, but he's got some errands he has to run this morning, so he has bequeathed the responsibility, the massive responsibility, to Hugh and I this morning and all of our other friends that will be joining us shortly.
Are we on Canadian Drone Hub stream or Paul Murray stream?
No, we're on Paul Murray stream.
We're on Studio B, the PMS show, which is why I had to come on.
That's Val was here to show her support.
For a little bit, but the only time I'll have is when I'm driving.
This morning, and all of our other friends that will be joining us shortly.
Does someone have their YouTube playing?
Yeah, Hugh, I think, might have his YouTube going.
Might have been. Yeah, I turned it off.
It was me.
It was Roger. Roger, what are we gonna do with you?
I'm not used to this.
And we're slightly early today, right?
Yeah, I got it fired up early and thought, what the hell, you know? And then I sent out all the invites and.
So what's going on in Paul's wild kingdom?
Well, what I did last night was I went out and just before dark, I put up, I had some old lattice for different purposes, and I Velcroed it to the side of the ramp just to see what would happen overnight.
Okay.
And nothing happened, nothing bad. So
they didn't have little skunk pitchforks.
No, not that I know of. I quickly scanned through this morning and looked at it, and I didn't see anything that was abnormal.
Okay.
But I've got to go out and trim it and put it on correctly. But here on the side is the lattice that I put up on the side.
Oh, you did. That is a good job, Paul.
Oh, that's just Velcroed together at the top and around these posts. So I got to trim it all off. And
hey, good morning, JDS. Tim Ryan.
Hey, Tim.
Connections. D Bell, how you doing? D90 Bell. Sam Hayden.
Yeah.
But
guys, I cannot see the chat, so I'm just going to say good morning to everyone.
Yep. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Phantom Hodges, how you doing?
And you missed it, Roger. Val screwed up Hugh's morning breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I have one job to do, and that's to mess up y'all eating all the time.
Hey, Steve Essex, how you doing? Hope you're feeling good.
I didn't even bring anything to eat with me. I was so at the point after letting dogs out. I was just racing out the door. That should be good.
Hey, JDS, okay, you have a good night's sleep.
Night, JDS.
See you, JDS. Good morning,
Hey,
Dennis.
Dennis Love Lady, how you doing?
Hey, Dennis,
Hey.
how are you?
Hey, Dennis.
So,
Actually,
Hawaiian shirt's going to be a new thing now?
Well, you never know. You never know. I was thinking about kind of an update today, so I
Was
thought
that mandatory attire? Should I change?
I would follow
Yes.
Ron's lead, and Roger's got his Hawaiian shorts should be winging shirts, not shorts. Shirts
I don't want to hear about Roger's shorts winging.
should be winging to him sometime this week, I would imagine.
You know, I got that hat with that face mask yesterday,
Yeah.
and I'm turning it back already.
Let's
Really?
see it. What does it look
No
like?
good?
It's
Let's see it.
I bet you this
Well-
problem is the shield is too flimsy.
yeah.
I've read the reviews. Yeah. They say
The
it's like,
shield is flimsy.
yeah, I knew it.
What is it, like a page protector where you put your stuff
Yeah.
in?
I think that's exactly what it is.
I
Val,
thought it
something
was a
like
hard
that.
shield, but it's not. It's really,
Oh, that sucks.
you know. So
Well, I wonder, Hugh, maybe you know this. I wonder if you took a hairdryer, warmed it up a little bit on a flat surface, it would lay out flat.
It might, but you gotta keep bending it every time you put it on, right?
yeah. Hey, novice quads. Good morning.
Well, I got 4 of them
Hey,
coming, so
Lawrence.
I'll know what to be disappointed about.
Jesus.
I would just send it back. Yeah.
How's the hat? Is the hat good?
Is the hat all right, Roger?
You have to hurry up while I can look.
So you walk around with that face shield over your eyes, you'd be walking like you're tripping on acid or something. Everything's gonna be sparkly and weird.
Oh my God.
It's the
Some people are-
60s.
Some people are going to like the what do you call a store? The office supply store, and they're buying like protectors and using those. I wonder if you couldn't put the things that. Was the hat okay? How was the quality on the hat, Roger?
I had to put the thing right to the end so it fit my head, and not comfortable in it.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Well, how much
but
was
I'm
it?
saying
Like $5?
It was, well, here it was almost 20 bucks Canadian.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a waste.
So now they're going to take $7.90 off for shipping. So I'll be shipping it back.
Oh, you can always say it's defective, eh?
No, I didn't write. Well, I thought this was supposed to be a hard shield, not a
Okay.
plastic shield. But
Not something that wind would blow in my eyes.
and
Well, I
here-
have learned, Roger, if you claim it's defective, they'll take it back.
With no shipping cost.
No
well,
shipping.
too late now, it's already done. But I heard here in Quebec, oh, you can have the shield on, but you still have to wear a mask underneath.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Well, that kind of
fine.
defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
yeah, I wouldn't bother them.
Well, the shield was so things don't hit your eyes and get in through your eyes. It wasn't
Yeah.
actually to protect the people around you because the droplets can go underneath and out. So that's my understanding. But it protects the nurse's eyes from people coughing and doing all that stuff.
Hey, Dennis, I'm glad you're doing good, Dennis. Love lady, Phantom Hodges.
Well, it's humid here, I'll tell you that.
What'd
Say
you
not to go into the back of that truck.
I thought Val was having a seizure there for a
Yeah, I
second.
thought maybe I got to call 911.
Heart
Because-
attack.
Because I'm like, I got to put some brakes on here because that guy's right there. A truck pulled out in front of me. A truck. I'm just like, there's no way. You can't. Oh well.
Well, does the truck have a bug shield on it? You're driving a Beetle.
I hope because I almost got up close and personal.
Val, do you have a flower in your dash?
No,
Okay. Aren't you supposed to?
I had a
No.
microphone.
I thought that was like the on switch. You put the flower in, then the bug started up.
Oh, hold on. Is this here? Is it here? I can't tell. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it was there. I just passed it. So let's see. I am gonna go in here and turn around. It's been a long time since I've been here. So I gotta try to remember where it is. Okay, here we go. This is legal. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Lord.
Blind Neil. True blind Neil. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now the squads. You have a safe one.
Bye,
Well,
Lawrence.
I just sent a second invitation to Paul Hodges, and it keeps rejecting them.
Aw.
Sending it to
Poor
his
Paul.
AOL account, and it just keeps popping back saying, "Sorry, we're unable to deliver your messages to the following address." So,
Want
Are
me
you
to
on
send it up?
VPN?
yeah, go ahead, Roger.
Okay, guys, I'm almost there. I love y'all. And I will check with y'all later. Bye.
Good luck.
Bye, Val. Have a good
Bye,
day.
Val. Have a good one.
Well, that sounds like quite a car chase, Dennis. Not your typical caper where somebody drives a stolen car away or like does a high-speed chase. I've got 2 dogs in the car. I got to get away, right? Usually it's like a bundle of cocaine and some guns or something.
Hey, Sparky, how you doing this morning? Phantom Hushes. I don't have an AOL account.
Wow, that's what comes up in my address thing is it's weird.
You just type in hound dog. Just see what it gets. I saw one with the Dennis Lovelady and Phantom Hodges.
Okay, good. Send one to Ron too, will you?
Ron, okay.
Yeah, I need another Hawaiian shirt here.
And I don't feel like changing.
It's all right. You may get in the mood.
Monday today, he might not be able to come on, but we'll see. Ron.
Hi, Spike. What's up, buddy? Long time no see.
Hey, Spike.
There's Paul.
Yep, there's me.
Well, when I typed in Paul Hodges, it came up with an AOL account.
I've never had an AOL account.
Well,
Okay,
let's see.
Dennis.
Let's see if another Paul Hodges pops in here. But no, it came back to me.
Because mine's a hound dog at ExecuLink.
Yeah.
So you ain't nothing but a hound dog, Paul?
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Dennis says that he'll come on in a few minutes because he's waiting for a phone call from his wife.
Okay.
Oh, priorities, right? Putting his wife over us? Come on, Dennis.
Captured Life Connection is in the house. D90 Bell. Hi, Spike. Good morning, everybody. We're doing the live stream on Paul's channel because I got to take off soon. So
Roger's got appointments and places to go.
yeah,
Not that you all aren't important.
yeah.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey,
I had to
Dennis,
put
good
on my
morning.
Hawaiian shirt. Otherwise, I wouldn't be welcomed.
Look at that. Paul, you and I are underdressed now, buddy. We're gonna have to go change.
Well, I threw my what I have here in the laundry, so
You might have to take a deep dive into the laundry.
yeah.
My wife will call any minute, she will, but I wanted to join. Just say hi at least. So
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in. We're
it could be
we're
an
going to
hour.
be covering all morning for Roger. He's got to leave about what 9:30 or so, Roger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so he asked if I would cover for him, and I sure anything for Roger.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
Godfather.
That's it.
Kiss that ring.
That's right. You got it. You never know when you got it. You got to have him on your side.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, we got rain here last night, and we're gonna get something pretty soon because it's really black in the back here. That sky is really black.
Really?
Yeah.
I went for a little bit of a drive there last night, grabbed a coffee about 8 o'clock, and there's one area over here, not too far from here, that had no hydro, so took a cruise by there, and holy mackerel, the one tree come down, took 2 hydro poles out, and the people won't have hydro till later on today, sometime.
Huh. Well, you see, that's why they went around here a couple of weeks ago, cutting all the trees down, also for the hydro wires and for the telephone wires. They cut all the trees down, especially for that. So
Yeah.
the winter time, the trees won't go on the lines.
Yeah, well, the hydro company was already there yesterday. They come down, they cut the tree off, the wires and all that, but they said, we'll see you tomorrow. When they
Yeah.
left, they said, we got 2 poles to replace first, so.
Okay. Yeah, Blind Neil, but on our weather map, I played a video on it, and it doesn't even show we're gonna get anything at all today.
Yeah.
Like last night, where we weren't supposed to get nothing. We got thunderstorms. We got a freak thunderstorm yesterday. Just thunder and lightning, no rain.
Weird.
Oh.
Weird.
And it hit hard. And you can see the big lightning bolts in the front of the house and everything. And that's why I didn't go on the computer last night around 5 o'clock or 5:30. I got off. But no rain at all, just thunder and lightning, and that was it.
Wasn't there a song about that? No, never mind.
You go for it, Dennis. You
Yeah.
go for it.
Hey, Zeke Jones, dude, how you doing this morning?
Yeah, we had tornado warnings out there for for about an hour here,
Yeah.
but I was just seeing the news there now that possibly there was a tornado. But
I don't know what our weather's supposed to be like. I think it's about 50% cloudy right now, but it'll change quickly. So,
Often does.
yeah.
yeah, the weather here right now is like, it only feels like 77 right now, so it's actually quite comfortable.
Let's check it out.
The little winds are up a little bit, but tomorrow, like the winds, the highest is going to be like 8 mile an hour. So it's going to be a really nice day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Wow, it's 90, feels like 96, going for a high of 91. Oh, wait a minute, update. It's 88, going for a, feels like 98, going for a high of 92.
So
I liked
that'll
it the
feel
first
like
time.
over 100 then.
I liked it the first time.
Yeah, here it's 73, feels like 84. And it's gonna go up to about 90 something today.
Wow. Yeah, that's hot for where you guys are. How rare is it to get into the 90s where you are? I mean, does it happen
It
every
is
year?
rare.
or-
The weather we're getting here right now, this past month or 2 months with the heat waves, it's quite rare. We usually get it in August, the heat waves. That's about it.
But you do get this weather. It's just.
Yeah, but only in August.
I
And
got
it's,
you.
it's only what, 2 or 3 weeks and then it starts to cool down again?
Yeah. But this year, it's been ridiculous how it's been doing it. This year, we'll be getting it very often.
Huh.
I just reading here, 95% humidity here right now.
Oh,
That's almost rain.
Yeah, same thing here.
that's
I
impressive.
I was looking at New York. It's much better here. 80 degrees, feels like 84, going for a high of 93. There we go. Sorry, I was looking at New York.
Oh,
Hey, Paul, can you give me permission to
Roger, this is your stream. I'm just
No.
happen to be sitting in the co-pilot seat.
Yeah, well, you gotta give me permission to share a screen.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Whoops.
Uh,
Is there a big red button somewhere? Hit that one.
well, what did you do, Roger? Did you go to it? Yeah, I clicked it. Did you go to advanced settings and change something?
No.
But you have to do that every day.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean. No, I guess I went to the advanced settings. Yeah,
Okay.
let's take this out of here. This is our weather right now.
Well, that's kind of nice.
the blue sky to the left, anyways.
So which direction is east?
East is on the right-hand side.
Okay, so this weather's, the blue's moving in. That's good.
Yeah. No, it's moving out. Oh, yeah, it's moving in, sorry. Yeah, but look at that big black color right here, or is that the camera?
Yeah, I
So,
see that now.
so your front porch faces towards the north then?
Uh, I'm facing towards Quebec City. Quebec City's that way, so
It'll be northeast.
northeast.
That big gray thing is not a frame on your camera. It doesn't seem to be moving.
That's the plastic cover that goes over the camera.
Okay, yeah.
No, they're moving pretty fast. It is
Yeah.
windy out. I was gonna bring my drone with me today in case I could stop somewhere and film. I will bring it just same in case.
Yeah. About the time you don't, Roger, you'll say, damn, why didn't I bring that?
Why didn't I do that? Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're gonna be twiddling your thumbs while you're getting an oil change, so.
Yeah, that's it. Fly it from the garage. And I gotta go somewhere else over there too, so. I might go and film my old house I used to have.
Oh. You're gonna start a regular Canadian Drone Hub travel log.
Hey, JLRC, multi-rollers, how you doing this morning?
Get back to the chats.
The JLC's not blue. Paul, fix that up for you there, JLC.
Huh?
JLC, he's not blue.
I would, but you got your screen locked up there, and
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I've stopped.
no, sure, I figure, hey, whatever you want, Roger.
Hey, Jack, I'm going to be coming up to your area August 22nd. My wife is flying into Detroit from Shanghai on August 23rd, and I'm going to pick her up at the airport.
Oh, cool.
Yep, JLC, you now have a wrench.
Yes, everybody, check out everybody's channels. Don't forget to hit that like button for Paul.
A red sky in the morning blind, Neil? No, that's not good at all.
It's going to be, when it's a red sky like that, it's going to be nice and hot.
Yeah, sailor take warning.
Uh-huh.
Red sky in the morning.
So Paul, you can go flying this morning?
No, this is the first ship to come up in daylight. Whole
Okay.
steam. And there isn't a whole lot going on.
Is that, you suppose, due to coronavirus, or is that typical?
Just depends upon where they are in the lakes. The ships, like anything else, sometimes they're all spread out, sometimes they're grouped together. So sometimes you'll get them upbound and downbound, one right after the other, and other times not so much.
Gotcha.
Is it
Thank you,
Paul?
Len.
Is it
Thank
your
you,
birthday
Len.
today, Paul?
Yeah, today's the day.
Oh, happy birthday, bud.
Yeah,
Yep.
one more year.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
One more year for what?
Day to
The old age
you.
pension.
Oh, wow. Well, congrats.
To you.
Happy birthday, dear Paulie. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to you.
to you.
Yeah.
And many more.
Yeah. Yeah, the big 64 today.
You're just a young whippersnapper still.
Oh, yipper.
There's that. Just so you can see where the ships are. They're kind of spread out in the different kinds of ships. That's a tug barge. This one coming up is the Olive Moor. That's a tug barge that's following up the one that currently is in the channel right now, which is the Mammary. To me,
That's
it
it.
sounds like Mammary, but Mammary.
And there's nothing in front of that, is there?
Yeah, nope.
Way down there, but
the big boob, and then you got another tug barge right here.
Yeah.
But if you zoom out, you can see what happens is, see how they get all clustered up and
All right. Yeah.
up here they're going through the locks, and they're over here going to Duluth, loading up, coming back.
Gee,
Right
I
now
just got
down in Ontario, they're kind of, Lake Erie, they're pretty busy, and Ontario is kind of light. It's mostly just smaller craft.
I just got a happy birthday from John Donardo.
Oh,
Big
John.
John.
Yeah.
Big bad
Say,
John.
say hi to John from all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, or as Hugh says, Gory.
Yeah.
You'll always be gory to me.
Thanks everybody for the happy birthday wishes.
Lenny. Yep. Paul Hodges has a birthday today.
You got big plans, Paul?
Oh, my brother is putting a dinner on for me today, so that's about it.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Brant just gave you a salute, Hugh.
Yeah, I had given him one. The
You-
gory salute.
Right back, guys. I go get something to eat. Right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back too.
Okay, everybody take a break. Smoke them if you got, what is it? Smoke them if you got them. Is that the military thing?
Yeah.
That's what they used to say. Yeah, we used to have a lot of smoke breaks in the military.
Yeah.
A lot of smoke breaks. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Boot
do
camp.
you think that, Hugh, that was because they didn't know what the hell they were doing right now? So they'd say, smoke them, you got them, just give you, get
Probably.
you guys.
Probably. Eh?
They had to figure out what was coming up next. So that was an easy way to pause. In fact, Lynn told me she never smoked before she went in the military, and they frowned upon if you didn't smoke. So,
It's kind of like prison. Everybody smokes.
yep.
It's like a currency. It's like a social currency. You know, you sit and have smoke breaks with people.
Yep.
You know, hey, can I borrow a smoke? Or hey, would you like a smoke? It's kind of the glue.
Yep. She
As it were.
says that the military got her smoking.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, didn't they at one point in time, they actually put them in ration packs and stuff to you?
I don't know. I think I heard that for Vietnam. I don't know if that's still a thing though.
Hey, Lenny, did you used to get cigarettes in your rations when you were in Vietnam and overseas?
I know my dad did.
Yeah, I know World War II it was regular.
World
But,
War II, yeah.
the birthday wishes are coming in for you, Paul, regularly.
Yeah, I see that. I appreciate it all, guys.
So I suppose
Yeah,
at
they
some point
did. Okay, Lenny.
the military must have decided cigarettes were not a good idea and started putting Nicorette in the ration pack.
Nicorette gum.
Yeah.
I was just
Great.
reading an article here on the news, but it's out of Windsor or Leamington that OPP, the canine unit, was doing a bust for fentanyl and all that. And they went into this place. They had to give the police dog some naloxone in order to bring him back because he got too much of a
Sniffed
whiff
up
of
too
it.
much, huh?
Poor
Yeah.
dog. Oh my God.
Wow.
No kidding, Lynn. So they totally banned smoking now, right? Wow.
Well, that's a turnaround, isn't it? Wow. That surprises me a little bit. I guess it shouldn't.
I remember in the late 80s, I was working at a computer company. It was my first tech job. And we were allowed to smoke in the office. That is, until the owner of the company decided to quit smoking, the son of a bitch. And then we all had to stop smoking.
Yeah,
It was horrible.
The whole world's gonna quit
It was
because
horrible. The boss quit, and then everybody else was getting hell for smoking.
oh my.
Son of a gun.
So what'd you have to do? Go outside or what?
Yeah. Whereas I used to be able to smoke at my desk, right? And I'm working on a computer, so I didn't want to get up. I wanted to continue working and continue smoking, right? So I should have
There is a
argued that
significant reduction in performance.
with smoke breaks.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
a significant reduction.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Lynn said originally they came in both C and K rations,
boy.
but you couldn't smoke in government buildings, military buildings, or in military vehicles.
Whoa. That's harsh.
Corey Mano, how you doing?
What's up, Corey?
Welcome to Studio B. Roger is off getting some breakfast. He's going to be leaving shortly, hitting the road. He's got some errands to do. He's got an appointment for his car, and then he's got a couple of other appointments while he's there. So here we are. Oh, the MREs never had smokes, but just the C and K rations. I see.
I'll have to, Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll have to cut my performances short, as it were, here on the show, because I got to go to 2 different doctor's appointments.
Ah,
I'm busy this week.
Yeah, I got another letter this morning from my company there, you know, because I drive a school bus, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, they're laying out 2 different scenarios for going back to school. So, but they don't know which one is going to happen yet. So, but one of them is going to be back to normal, and second one is going to kids are going to be alternating every 2 days. So if you have a bus run, you're going to have 2 different routes. It'll change every 2 days, right? So it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be hard to get used to, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like the same school bus run all the time. So
Yeah.
every 2 days it's going to change. Then it goes back to the original again, 4 days later, right? So
I can see people missing kids, like missing stops.
yeah, it's going to be. And
Unless you
I
had some
can,
kind of a GPS system that showed you where every kid's house was or something.
yeah, well, there's a GPS on the buses, eh? So they know every time you open and close the door, right? So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it'll be interesting in the fall when it comes up here, what they're going to do with all these kids, right? So, and I imagine another thing that'll happen is that when you go to a school to drop the kids off, you won't be able to kick the kids out right away. Like it'll be probably like 10 buses. And what'll happen is that, they'll come up, one bus will pull up empty, let those kids go into school, and then a second bus is going to pull up and then empty. I imagine that's the way it's going to work.
Yeah.
so they're planning on starting up at the regular time, or?
Well, they said that they're not even going to get a copy of the bus companies aren't going to get a copy of the bus runs till really a lot later in the season than what they normally do, right? Because
Yeah.
usually what happens, if the bus run changes, especially you have to, before school starts, you have to go and actually practice your run.
Oh, okay. Really?
So, so you know what route you have, if there's any questions or problems or you
Right.
deal with it, right?
If you have an interesting turnaround, you can get through that. And yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So.
So in other words, when you go back every year to year to year, they don't stick you on the same route again.
Well, things change, I guess. It might change a bit. Some may never change. Some may always change, right? So, and especially in the area I'm in, they're building a lot of new houses right now, right? So you got a lot of families moving in. So there never used to be a bus run there. Now there is, right? Or stops or whatever. So. But anyways, it said that one of the questions that, it was kind of frequently asked questions, it says that will any kind of barrier be installed on the vehicles? And the Ministry of citation has advised that there are no approved modifications for barriers to be retrofitted in the buses.
Okay.
Why
No
would there be
barriers, huh?
barriers?
Huh?
Wow.
You know, like a piece of plexiglass to protect the driver or something. I don't know. But
That
you
kind
wouldn't,
of barrier.
it wouldn't work anyways. I don't think so.
Hey, Geeks Fauna. Hey, everyone that I haven't said hey to.
Hey, Sean.
Sam.
Sam Hayden, I resemble that remark.
I'm not walking.
And something else that they're recommending too is that if the weather's nice out there, they want you to leave the windows open as much as possible on the buses to let the air flow through.
Makes sense.
Well, I think that's a good thing anyway. I often wish they'd open the windows in those buses, but
Yeah.
even when I was young, you couldn't.
Wow. So, yeah, here there's no air conditioning, so the windows are usually open unless it's winter.
Well, what do they call it when you put reverse pressurization in vehicles and buses where you have big exhaust fans that
Yeah.
suck the outside air in, up, and out? You know, in like, you know, like your door that opens on the side, it would suck the air in, or if you have windows cracked or vents down below, it would suck the air in, and it actually pressurizes the bus and forces the air up and through.
Yeah.
Is this like an attic fan? That kind of concept?
Yeah.
But here in
Sounds like you're
Canada,
describing suction, but
yeah, but here
Yeah,
in Canada,
that'd be more of a vacuum, but still.
yeah, but here in Canada, in the wintertime, my bus, well, and a lot of buses, it takes an hour to warm up the bus. Like, you know, because that thing's been sitting outside all night.
Right.
And, you know, and they don't want you to run the buses for 2 hours before you run. So, you know, you're going out because there's still frost on the windows because it's so cold.
So do they plug the buses in like they do some places?
Yeah,
with
they do plug them in. Yep.
the heaters and okay. I can't imagine if they didn't plug them in, how long it would take to warm even the motors and engines up, you
Yep.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want the buses idling more than 15 minutes when you're, you know, warming them up.
I remember lots of -40 weather when I was a kid in Montreal. You know, you'd be waiting for the bus on the South Shore, and you'd be freezing, right? Like -40.
Minus
And
40.
the next thing you know, the bus doesn't pass.
What's
That
that?
happened to me a couple of times when I was young. The bus it didn't pass at -40. We're standing
Oh, really?
outdoors like we're
Yeah.
standing outdoors like assholes. Yeah.
I had a friend who lived in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and she talked about the ice fog that they often had up there
Yeah.
when it got around -40, -50 degrees.
Yep.
Crazy stuff.
And they're talking 1 student per seat.
Cut down on bullying, maybe. Right?
Boy, that's going to add a whole lot more buses, isn't it?
It is.
A strange world we live in.
So how many seats are on your typical bus, Paul?
24.
So you're only going to be able to pick up 24 kids on a load.
Yep.
So what happens if you go to a stop and there's 5 kids there and you've got 2 seats open? You just say, hey, stay.
Don't know yet. I haven't got a clue. But the thing
Because
is,
I would
they are-
imagine you got some stops where 3 or 4 or 5 kids get on, right?
well, but there was one exception to this rule, and they said there's 1 student per seat plus siblings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're sitting together anyway at the dinner table, whatever, I'm sure. So, yeah.
So what that would make sense because then each stop, well, not unless, like you say, if they're building up suburbs and they're building up areas, you could make a stop at a corner. There could be 5 kids there from different families.
Yeah, but they've
Yep.
got to calculate all that before they start these runs, Paul. Like you have to know exactly how many kids are getting on that bus, right? It's not a random number every day.
Yeah, it would.
It may fluctuate, but there's got to be a minimum and like a maximum number.
And
Well, don't
like,
you think the confusion would be the first day when
Sure.
the kid down the street says, well, I'm going to go down with my friends and get on the bus, you know?
Sure, there might be
Right.
some of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
we have radios on the bus we can get advice from.
Get your big mega horn, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, get back, kid.
Well, and and the thing I used to run into a lot on there, like I had 62 kids registered for my bus, and you used to get some that ride maybe once a week, mom and dad take them the rest of the time or
Right.
whatever, or they just did, it might have been a bad weather day, so they took the bus or didn't want to take the bus. So mom took them to school, right?
Yep.
So, you can't count on those ones either because, sometimes they ride, sometimes they don't.
Well, probably
Yeah.
the reverse thing happens on the other end when you're loading to come home. You don't have a full bus because maybe mom and dad picked them up because they got a dentist appointment or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, that'd be kind of an interesting job trying to figure out who's here, who should be here, who isn't here, and why aren't they here before you pull out.
Sean has an interesting point about UK. That's interesting. The kids won't social distance anyway. Why bother?
Yeah.
Well, here we go. I just got text message. I got the whole subdivision. I got to go fix all the signs up
Uh-oh.
from that storm.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
Are they damaged or just down?
well, probably twisted, turned around, leaning, all that kind of stuff.
So you just have to fix them. Doesn't mean you have to physically put them in your truck, right?
Well, it depends, but see, the biggest problem is that it's all new home construction. So sometimes the sign's in the way of the guy's constructing, so they yank them out, right? Throw them off to the ground. And
Shoot.
yeah.
So I guess we're not going to see David for a few days.
Yeah.
He's off
Yeah,
on a little
Not
private
till
sojourn.
Thursday, I think. Thursday or Friday, he's gonna come back on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when it comes to the fall.
Well, we got about 6 weeks left?
Hey.
Well, 5 weeks.
Bite your tongue. Bite your tongue.
And then some places in the States go back to school in August, don't they?
Yeah,
I don't spin the globe, Roger. I'm just on the ride. Man.
some school districts start like 1 or 2 weeks before Labor Day, which is the 1st of September. So,
Hey, Joan Schatz, how you doing?
hi, Jody.
morning, Joan Schatz. Well, Roger, you're safe though, buddy, because unless you've decided to go back to school, there won't be a bus picking you up.
Believe it or not, the bus is here for the kids that go by. It's at 6 o'clock in the morning to go by.
Ooh, that's early.
And they come back at 6 o'clock, around 5:30, 6 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Some rural areas here, those kids could spend hours on a bus.
Yes, girl.
My bus runs only 15 minutes long at the most from the first time they get on till they get off.
Yeah, because what happens here is because we live about 45 minutes from Sherbrooke. And that's where all the English schools are.
Yeah.
And if there's any English students around here,
Yeah.
they get picked up and they get driven down there.
And see, the school I go to is a French immersion, so we get kids from all over the place that go, on some buses, not mine, but
Yeah.
they come from like West Lawn, Rodney, all over the place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I remember long bus rides as a kid because I lived in Quebec as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was going to English school. So the English schools were never necessarily next door to where I lived, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes it was a long bus ride.
Mine was 50 miles away from where I live.
Oh, God.
Go to an English school. English school, like from grade 1 to 7, it was right next door to my house almost.
Yeah.
But from 7th grade, from the 8th grade up to high school, it was 50 miles away.
They'll all be gone eventually, right? Like they grandfather them in. So my children are allowed to go to English schools, but anybody that moves to Quebec, they have to go to French schools. They're not allowed
Yeah.
to go to English schools.
Yeah.
It's against the
And
law.
if they
Just
get the
about
okay, if they get the okay to go to English schools, they have to have a license. And that's one of the main reasons why my brothers moved out of Quebec.
Yeah.
They said, my kids are not dogs. We do not need licenses. I'm moving out. They moved to Vancouver.
It's basically like genocide for the English language is what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
trying to purge English from the
Yeah.
province.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, started in 1978, 1970,
Yeah,
whenever Bill
yeah,
101
yeah,
came into.
yeah.
Is there still an underground movement to separate Quebec from Canada?
Oh, there
course.
always will be, Paul.
Of course.
There always will be.
Wasn't it Bill 88 that they had when they could no longer have English newspapers and all that stuff in Quebec?
No, we still got them, but they're closing down because of the internet is
Oh.
taking over. So
Paper industry is, or paper media industry is going away.
Well, is Montreal your capital for Canada, or
No,
no,
Ottawa.
what's
Ottawa is-
Yeah, where
And that's-
Coriano lives.
Ottawa is not French speaking, right?
It's bilingual.
yeah.
My wife is calling, folks. Thanks so much for
Okay,
having me.
Dennis.
Okay, Dennis.
Dennis,
Take
thanks
care.
for stopping by.
Thanks for having me. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Ottawa
Paul,
is
wanna
very
check out
bilingual.
Computer chick. She's not blue. Hey, Recovery One drone. How you doing? Computer chick says streaming from the dark side, aka Paul Murray. It looks like quiet.
I thought computer chick is I got to give her a wrench, make her
Yep,
a moderator.
yep.
Which we just did. But yeah, I had heard that was still an underground thing that they want to separate themselves and become their own little country.
It's
Oh,
not.
they're always
underground.
trying. They're always trying, but now it's it's slacked down a lot.
Bloc Québécois, that's their mission. And it's
Yeah.
it's a federal political party, Paul, just like the Democrats or the Republicans.
Uh-huh.
Their goal is to separate from Canada.
Well, Western Canada is trying to do that too, ain't it?
Yeah, but that's a little bit more on the fringe, you know what I mean?
Well, and Western Canada, I think that is a result of probably the hysteria in Quebec in that area, because
got
I
into
don't
the
think the
opposition.
the Quebec and the Western Canada all are arm in arm around each other. You know.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Hate each other.
no.
Hate each other.
I can remember when I lived out west. I lived over in Vancouver Island, and that was when Pierre Trudeau was in power. And you could buy shirts and all kinds of things. So come West Trudeau, and they had a picture of Hangman's noose, right? And he was on a tour out west, and he's on a train from Vancouver going to Edmonton. At Kamloops, they had to take him off the train, put him on a plane, get him the hell out of there because everybody was trying to sabotage the tracks and everything. Oh, they want to kill Pierre. Oh,
Everybody check out Buddy's channels out. Paul, check out Eastad. Eastad is
Oh yeah, he needs a turn.
yeah, yep.
okay. Got to check out what Tim Horton sent me this morning here.
Ooh,
Do. Okay, what my rewards and offers? 10 bonus points all week on mobile orders. Medium creamy chill drink is $2.49. Ice caps 2 for $4. 6 assorted donuts for $3.49, or farmer's breakfast wraps 2 for $5.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sam Hayden is off for 10 days.
oh,
You just finished work, Sam? Yes, everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you got them.
Well, Sam will be heading to Illinois, won't he?
Yeah, he's going to
well,
Illinois.
that's where he wants to pick up and go to, but
Yeah, but on his vacation, he's going there.
yeah.
Oh, the milk truck's late. 5 minutes late. I just couldn't take it anymore, and yes, I just got home after 14 hours. Okay. Thank you, Tim. Yes, everybody hit that like button for Paul. Sam's leaving on Thursday to go to Illinois. He just finished a 14-hour shift.
Ah,
Why did you put me host, Paul?
because you're the man.
No, but I'm about ready to leave.
Well, then you
Yeah.
you can switch it back.
Yes, everybody. Paul's doing the live stream this morning because I got to go out. I got appointments to take care of, and
Oh,
Thank
Sam
you.
says he's leaving Thursday and he is going back to Illinois.
yeah,
I didn't think he was going that quick.
yeah. He's got 10 days off.
Well, good for him. Good for you, Sam. Well, I know where you come from for there. When I was in college, I stayed in the dorm at the ambulance and went to, the only time I left was go to college or maybe to stop by the house and change of clothes. And I very rarely drove my own car. And I remember coming up to a 4-way stop, and I did just a rolling stop, and I reached down to turn the siren on. It's like, oh my God. What the hell are you doing?
Curveball Kim's in the chat.
Hey, Kim, how you doing? It's a little cooler there, Roger, now?
Since it rained last night a little bit, yeah, it's cooler. But the sun's out now, and we're gonna start baking soon.
Start heating up, baking again, huh?
Yeah. Lucky you got a win though.
Yeah. Did you see how I temporarily put up the lattice on the ramp?
Yeah, yep. You start putting up little signs saying no vacancy also.
Yeah, but I have to put them up only like 6 inches off the ground, you know?
Okay. They'll still go under at 6 inches there. Just keep on spraying that urine around there.
Yeah, I sprayed it real good last night again. Almost used another second bottle.
Okay.
Here's my dilemma. I don't know whether to call the trapper this morning and
He still owes you, Paul. He owes you 2 weeks. I mean, okay, you know, you never know. He might catch. I know it costs us money if he catches them, but if he catches them, he gets.
well, yeah, I'd rather get rid of him. But my only thing is he's going to show up, and I've got the lattice up now, and I think anybody can smell that coyote urine and stuff around there. So.
Well, you put the traps out elsewhere. Put it like around your bird feeder. They go around your bird feeder.
Yeah, over by the tree of the
Yeah.
bird feeder.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen that many skunks, though, have you? Just that one night?
5 of them one night.
They can't be. I don't think they're living there where you are there. They got to be coming from someplace else.
I think it's a stopover.
Yeah.
You told him the same thing, Lynn? Okay.
Lynn. What'd you tell me, Lynn?
Yeah.
I don't remember. All right, I'm gonna call him right now. Give me a second, guys.
Yeah, because really, he was gone away on holidays for 2 weeks. He owes you those 2 weeks.
Kim wished you a happy birthday, Paul.
And I'm gonna
Oh,
start.
hey, thanks, Kim.
I'm gonna start the call off. Lynn told me to call.
Was he calling the skunk guy?
Yeah.
Be vigilant, Paul.
I haven't seen him lately, no. Sam?
No. Go on.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear our lawns are all dying, but what, 2 weeks ago we had really good rain, and now they're starting to go brown again.
I don't think I've had my lawnmower out for a month.
Well, Kim's got to do the lawn again. It did grow.
I
They'll
cut the
probably do,
grass
it's gone
yesterday.
for rain Wednesday here. So
I had to cut the lawn, but it was just the weeds that were growing up in between the grass. You know, the grass
Yeah,
was fine.
That's what I got. Is I got weeds taking over my backyard.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, guys, I might be getting off.
All right, Roger.
I gotta make Paul the host again. There you go, Paul.
Are you sure, Roger?
Oh, I'm not gonna be here, Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, even though it's my birthday, I still got to go out and do some work today. So not much of a birthday.
That's one thing where I used to work. I never worked on my birthday. Never,
Yes.
never.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you get out of that?
Used to, I called in sick. No, but I usually it always kept on falling on the day I was off work, usually. But when it wasn't my day off, I took the day off. And they say, what reason? Family. We were allowed 6 days a year for family, what do you call it? Emergencies or whatever.
I worked at one company there. I used to take the week off to go black powder hunt and run the deer hunt. And I come first year I worked for him. I come back in. The boss says that'll never happen again. He says, "Man, oh man, we missed you too much while you were gone." He said, "No," he said, "that can't happen again." So the following year, I had to put in for my hunt and everything else, and I got the week off, right? So just about 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, I said, "Well, I'll see you in a week or so." He goes, "How the heck did you do that?" Snuck it in under the table.
Wow.
Okay, everybody, I'm gonna
What
get
do-
going.
What do you guys think I
Have fun,
should do?
Roger.
Everything that's green in that backyard is weeds. The lawn is all brown. What should I get that stuff, that powder where you, not the granules where you wheel the thing around, or
Yeah,
but you
but
gotta
do
do
it-
it in the
do it.
fall.
Yeah, do it the night before it rains.
just before it rains?
Yeah.
Or if you water your lawn, I don't know, but
Yeah, you got to be careful what you put on it now because the grass is so brown, it won't take much to burn it the rest
Yeah.
of the way off.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think normally
everybody.
people.
bye.
Have a good one,
Bye,
Have a
Roger.
safe
See you
night,
later.
Roger.
Take care.
Okay, Sam. Talk
See
to
you,
you.
Sam. Yeah, Paul, I think people normally wait until the fall and then do that because then you get a consistent layer of rain and cooler temperatures and whatnot,
Okay.
right?
You don't want to put nothing on there right now because it wouldn't take much to burn the rest of your grass off.
I've been out there whacking the weeds, you know.
Yeah.
They do what they call overseeding, right? So basically you put down a mixture of seed and fertilizer and it'll give the lawn some extra grass sprouts to come up, but you got to do it at the right time of the year.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Well,
same
other
boat. My
thing I
lawn
do
looks like
have
that
is
too.
I do have a sprayer with the weed killer where you can spray it right on each one. Is that?
That's a lot of work.
Oh boy.
Covey Drone says dig it up and replace it with turf. Yeah, you could do that too.
But you don't see a lot of even weed companies out there doing work right now. It's
No, I
either in
don't
the
see
spring or
anybody
fall.
spraying.
Like,
Nope.
Yeah.
yeah, they do spring or fall. They don't do this time of year.
Yeah, with those great big trucks rolling up and they reel the hose out and
Tell you what my wife did though was she did spray our walkway with a mixture of water and vinegar to kill the weeds. That did a great job. It killed everything. It'll kill the grass too, of course.
sure.
But in between paving stones and whatnot. So
Yeah.
she just sprayed a mixture of that and it did a great job.
Did it take long?
No, a couple of days. And all the stuff that was there was brown.
Because I sprayed between my pavers a Roundup, and it killed them, but it took like a week or two.
Yeah. This worked pretty quick.
What was
You
it
can't
like?
even
50-50 mix or something or what?
I'll have to ask her. I don't know what the composition was.
I would imagine the more the vinegar, the harsher it would be on them, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. We can't even get Roundup in Canada unless you're a farmer now. Like the average person can't go and get Roundup anymore.
I got some about a year or so ago, 2 years ago, but it was
Did you?
at a farm supply place. So
Yeah.
Lynn says water, vinegar, and Dawn. Dish liquid.
There you go.
yeah, amazing what you can use that Dawn stuff for.
Well, I think, Lynn, correct me, but isn't the Dawn kind of like makes it stick wherever you put it?
Oh, that's a good point.
But it also, I think, doesn't it displace water or something? Like on my model railroad, I'll put down the tracks. I'll put ballast along there along the tracks to make it look good. But what you go along with is half water, half glue, white glue. Put it in there, but you spray it with water and a little bit of dish detergent in it, and it disperses it.
Interesting.
Well, remember Amway used to have LOC or something, or that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And their claim was makes water 40 times wetter.
Yeah.
Ah, makes water wetter.
Yeah, I think that's what it does, though. The dish detergent makes it wetter or something, and it just flows better.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you can take oil off of baby ducks.
That's what I see from the commercials, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or any place there's oil spills, they clean all the wildlife with Dawn dish detergent.
Yep.
Cuts the oil right away.
What's up, Herman? Good morning.
Good morning, Herman.
Oh, hey, Herman's in there. Hey, how you doing? How's he making out with that foot surgery? Getting any better?
Well, it's a slow.
Yeah.
Slow, because they're talking about 6 months recovery, total recovery time.
Oh, that's a while.
So, I think it was 8 or 10 weeks before he can actually use his foot for anything, and then rehab for the rest of the time. Like start off on crutches and then canes and walkers and that kind of thing. think right now he's got one of those knee trolleys or a scooter, you know, where you put your knee on it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that's got to be that's it's fine and dandy out someplace, but in a house, I don't know too many houses that are built for that kind of thing, you know.
Wouldn't Dr. Pol have one of them or something? You ever watch Dr. Pol there, Hugh?
Never heard of it.
Oh, he's up in Michigan. He's a veterinarian. He's on TV all the time. Dr. Pol.
Okay. Nope, never heard of it, bud.
Yeah.
Not that we're suggesting, Phantom, Herman, we don't think you need to see a veterinarian. But it just
Veterinarian.
But on the show there, he had a scooter, but he put his leg up on it because he couldn't put pressure on his foot or something. But he was scooting around the office on this thing. It was funny watching him.
I've been seeing a lot of these electric unicycles. You guys seen these things?
yeah. That's for the young.
Yeah, see, Lynn knows who I'm talking about.
You know, what you don't hear a lot about anymore, Hugh, is like segways. Remember, they were a big talk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Sedgwick, yeah. Always thought they'd be cool to have.
These fellas here.
Yeah.
All those.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of these lately. I think as battery technology becomes more efficient, we're starting to see a lot more electric stuff, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
So in my mind, the
kinda
ones
neat.
that look like a skateboard with a big wheel in the middle and you stand on it would be a little more stable than the ones you see the guys, they were riding it with a wheel and they had their feet flat on both sides. I would think that would make it even more tippy because you're not at a wider stance.
Yeah. What is D90 Bell saying? I canceled sent email to you, sir, and now I delete screenshot your email address. I don't understand, but I don't think I sent you an email. If you got an email from me, it's spam.
I think doesn't Disneyland, all their security all have Sedgways?
Yeah,
Down
I think
there.
so. I think a lot of departments got them, but they were trying to sell them to people. And I
Yeah.
remember there was places where you could rent a Segway
Yeah.
in some locations, but I think that maybe became cross prohibitive because the people were beating the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Oh, did I share my email address or something, D90, when I put up the screen share? I didn't think so. That's weird.
Oh, cool. There, Geeks fan.
Oh, for God's sakes. Died driving off a cliff. I mean, come on. How can they blame the Segway for that, right?
You could just jump off, wouldn't you?
I mean, Jesus Christ. Be like if Henry Ford died in a car accident. That's it. No more cars, right? No more. We're done.
Yeah.
People die.
Just like that one, years and years ago. But out in British Columbia, there, guys were painting the white lines on the road up through the mountains there.
Ooh.
And they're drunk, went off into it went off the ditch and down into a ravine. Cars were following them in because they're
my
following the white
God.
line.
Oh my God.
Well, because the white line says drive into the ditch. I did. Okay, guys, be right back. I got somebody crying and whining. "Oh, I gotta go, gotta go." Sitting there driving me nuts. So right
Okay.
back.
All righty. Well, I'm over on eBay looking for Segways that you and I would recognize, and all they have is the Segways where you have your knee. It comes up in between your knees and you lean your body.
Oh,
Here's one.
what's the price of a Segway anyway? They must be pretty expensive, I imagine. Eh? 10 grand maybe? Let's look that up. I'm curious now.
Here's a
man.
used one for $1,350.
Oh, okay.
It's in Massachusetts.
Okay, 5,000 new, or the mini Segway, Mini Pro, 5,000 new Canadian. Okay.
Is that what they are?
It says new. I'm trying to find a.
Excuse
Okay, let's
me.
go to the Segway website. That might be easier, right? Okay, store. I'm not finding the main Segway. Let's see.
So say maybe the company is offline or something.
No, they appear to be functioning. There's just there's a lot of other products now. There's tinier Oh, here, I'll pull it up. Here's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, see, that's the smaller version that goes between your legs, I think.
Yeah. And there's this
Then there's
pod.
regular scooters.
But I kind of expected to see the main Segway right up at the top of the thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
I wonder if
But-
after the controversy that Sean was talking about, maybe they stopped selling them.
Yeah.
So the S Plus, a little tiny one.
Yep.
$849. That's interesting.
I can't imagine standing still on a platform where you're tipping yourself in order to control it
Yeah.
and going 12 miles an hour. I mean, to me, that would be like just all of a sudden, if you needed to scratch your left cheek or something, you're going to go that way.
Yeah. Yeah. One sec.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
You can get Segway dirt bikes, electric dirt bikes. That's cool.
Well, it's just amazing to me that we've gotten to a point where, because Segway, when you said Segway, everybody thought of the one the cops ride around.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even see them anymore.
And now it's evolved into a whole bunch of different things. Here's one for you. You're going to kick out this. You can tell what kind of a market they're going for here. I'm going to screen share. Here we go.
What is it?
You put your foot in there and they're roller skates.
Oh boy.
Top speed is 7.5 miles an hour. Maximum payload 220 pounds. Wow.
Okay, I found the traditional Segway. It's now called the Segway i2 SE.
Okay.
$6,000, brand new. There it is. What the heck?
Door is not available for you.
I don't know why it did that.
Yeah, that's it.
If I go buy now, there we go, $6,000.
And that's Canadian dollars?
That's probably US dollars.
Okay.
I've got a VPN going, that's why it's doing that.
Okay. Well, I just figured that those Segway roller skates would be just perfect for Paul there.
Interesting. Canadian Home Shopping Club. That's right, Lynn. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to share this real quick. If I can. Share. Because this is absolutely hilarious. And I can see where they're marketing. They're not marketing to the geriatrics for sure.
Okay, so they're like roller skates, essentially.
Yeah, you just put your foot on top of them. They got a non-script.
Segway 9-bot. Okay.
And those are like $500 or $600.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. But I wonder how long the batteries last because it's not that big a, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're no, actually, the price in the U.S. is $399, $400. Superior technology, safe, comfortable riding, easy to learn. Yeah, right. Powerful performance. Runs up to 45 minutes runtime.
Yeah.
Top speed is 7.5 mile an hour for both adults and children. Single e-skate weight. Each one weighs 8 pounds. And
God, you go lift your foot up. Oh,
they can support up to 220 pounds.
Yeah, Herman says get a pair of those and a Skydio.
Yeah, follow you around.
Hey, poor ball, Kev. I had two different ultralights. One was a Laser, and the other one was a Beaver RX-28.
Nothing like a flying beaver.
Yep. Actually, I really liked the Beaver. I liked the RX-550 was a 2-seater, and it had a bigger motor on it. It was a really nice plane.
Nice. Oh.
Yeah, Paul could get a set of those things there and scoot down to the waterfront and back. Never had to get in his truck.
Yeah, get jiggy with it. Mia could run alongside me.
Yeah.
Yeah, break a hip at our age.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
yeah.
an ankle, right? Right, Herman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Laser they used to have, had two motors on it, and but it basically chainsaw motors up on each side. But that thing would take off like 8-10 mile an hour. It was, but it only cruised like maybe 25 mile an hour. It was pretty slow. But then I got the Beaver, and it would cruise around 45 mile an hour.
Well, I see those guys with those, not the cheapies, but the really expensive electric bikes. They look like mountain bikes with the big fat tires, but they're electric. They go whizzing by here, got to be going 30, 35 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
I think
Pretty
here,
fast.
I think here in Canada, you're allowed 40 kilometers an hour or 45 kilometers an hour at the most.
We
But
found drones just bought one.
Yeah, and but you can get a kit for them to boost them up. But the problem is it takes more batteries, so you don't last as long. Apparently, there's some kind of rheostat built into them that it limits how much power goes to the wheel for speed. But you can change that rheostat or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, Kim. That's the way to do it.
I want to see video of that, Kim.
Oh, don't forget the gun, because if you want to come back down, you got to shoot the balloons.
So it's Monday today, huh?
Yep.
Monday. Here you go, Paul, for you to take up north with you right here.
What?
Oh, hey.
Folds right up. Battery slides in the back. Folds up the trunk.
Good looking rig.
Yeah, it's got hand brakes and.
I just, you know what I don't trust is the quality of all these random Chinese brands.
Yeah.
You know, because if you have a few brands like that we import from North America, I know they're coming from China anyway, but at least you know that there's going to be spare parts and there's going to be service available for them, you know, that sort of thing. I worry about buying these strange company bikes. Like if you run into a problem, who's going to fix it, right?
30 to 50 miles on a charge. Huh.
I guess it depends if it's uphill or downhill, right? 30 to 50 miles. That's kind of a.
Yeah, I would imagine you were 100% right.
Oh, you get a green one. And like an e-bike around here, they got to be able to pedal them. You ever try to pedal an e-bike? That's just impossible.
Too heavy?
Well, but where they put the pedals, right? But but the laws in Canada says an e-bike has to have a working
pedals,
be able to pedal it in order to be classified as an e-bike. If you took the pedals off, then they classify as a scooter, and then you got to be licensed and insured.
Oh.
Blind Neil just posted a link of a motorized lazy boy.
Okay, I got to just go into it right now. Yeah. Oh. You imagine going down the road in that thing?
That'd be awesome. Oh, there you go, Herman. An outdoor elliptical cross trainer. Wow. That's a great idea.
Oh yeah,
Here
I've
we-
seen
here-
I've
here
seen
we-
them around.
Here we go for Herman. I found the perfect one, Herman.
Ooh,
It's Electric City one.
that's pretty cool.
Well, that's kind of cool. You could almost stick a motor in the middle there. And
See, the battery must be underneath it down there.
yeah.
What's it say about it? Fat tire electric bike using ultra wide beach car straight grain vacuum tires. Don't know what that means, but smart charger, e-bike. See, now that's an e-bike, but I don't see any pedals on it. I thought, like you said, e-bikes all had pedals.
But it's got to have 220 to charge it. Yeah,
There's a 220 AC power supply because it must fast charge.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one.
It's cool looking though.
It is, for sure.
Look at that baby with the big fender on the back and the seat.
what do they call them? What kind of motorcycle do you call them? Fat. Oh,
Yeah, fat tire.
yeah, something.
Harley makes a fat boy.
That is cool though.
Yeah. But just imagine how silly you'd look on it.
Herman tooling around that with a little trailer behind pulling his drones.
Yeah.
You could probably put a basket in underneath the look like the fuel tank there, and go shopping with it.
Free shipping too.
Yeah, $2,000. It better be free shipping.
That's funny.
A fat boy. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
So anyway, now the weather's halfway decent here today. Probably this afternoon. I don't know what I'm going to be up to. I may just go out and work on the lattice work on the side.
It doesn't look like it's going to be too hot here. So
It's 75 here right now. It's humid, but it's 75.
Yeah.
Very little wind. I hope Roger has a good, safe trip.
does he have to go all the way to Drummondville?
Yeah. Yep. Headed for Drummondville.
I think he said, what, 30, 35 minutes or something to Drummondville?
45, I think.
45?
Let's see what Blind Neil wants.
What he wants? What do you mean?
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah,
That's the guy in the lazy boy riding around with a
yeah the
remote.
late in the lazy boy. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, hey, Rick, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Rick?
Somebody's got to work for a living.
Rick's a working man today. We watched him come down
yesterday. Yep.
Back down
Here's
to
something I found on the web. According to
Alexa, stop.
blogspot.com.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's funny. There, Kim. We've had 0 COVID cases. Now all of a sudden we got 3 here in town.
Where do you find out how many you got in your town?
Oh, they put it out on news, Facebook, all that stuff. But we have a thing called St. Thomas Today, just a website, and you go to the local news and all that. COVID date updates every day on it.
Furball Kim says that Drummondville has a lot of cases of COVID, and he gets nervous every time Roger goes over there.
Yeah, see what the St. Thomas Police website, if they put anything out yet today for the weekend. No, nothing yet. Still yesterday, it's still up there.
I'm going to show you guys what Herman thinks everybody ought to have.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's talking about the person that's riding it or
That thing.
that or that.
Wonder how you steer those things. You must lean into it or something.
Yeah, I would think it's got to be a balance thing because, yeah, you probably you turn it by pulling on one handle or the other, right? Because isn't it right down there? It's kind of like a
Oh yeah. Huh.
where if you pull one handle a little bit, it would force it to turn one way or the other.
Yeah, but those
a
cables
good
go
point.
up to stop it though. Those are brakes, aren't they?
Yeah, brakes up here, but I mean, if you grab the grips and pull on them.
Yeah.
Introducing the
But see, they're going back and forth the wheels and they're still going straight. But
Yeah.
see how it's got the tie rods at the front? So
I think when she
so you have
leans,
to push it off to the side or to turn.
Yep.
Okay, see the tie rods down there. Okay. You wouldn't want to have too much wiggle going down the road. It'd be all over the place.
Oh, look at her lean.
Yeah.
And what you can do is you can use it in the house too.
Yeah.
I used to have a pretty good elliptical machine.
You probably have to pay extra for that thing for in the house.
Yeah. Street Strider. Okay, Herman, get that baby. Let us know how it works out.
Yeah, Lindsay, too much work. Yeah. Get on the golf cart. That works for me.
Exactly.
What the heck? That's a treadmill? So you walk on it in order to go forward. That's different. Gee, better grab one there. There's only 10 left in stock.
You know, when you first look at that, it doesn't look as big as what it is, but it's big. That Sison treadmill electric walking bike.
Yeah.
Only $2,500.
There you go. Cheap, right?
Yeah.
So we had this guy here at Tim Hortons, I think around the area, that decided that he was upset because they wouldn't serve him without a mask. So he used his transport truck to block off the drive-through. The police had to come take him away.
Well, people have lost it. I mean, it's like
Oh yeah,
it's almost like everybody is itching for a fight. You
Yeah.
know?
oh yeah.
And I think too, it's translated because I've seen more and more people out when they're driving being overly aggressive.
Yeah.
Frustration is bubbling over.
Wow, look what's going to happen in California. You're going to get city workers trying to pull people over for driving infractions.
Yep.
You know what's going to happen. That's not going to happen. You see there in New York City, they said, if you got a problem with a neighbor, don't call 911, just go over and talk to them. That one lady about the fireworks.
Yep.
What
Yep.
happened? Oh, shot her dead.
Yep.
I just don't get it. Like that mayor of Portland there, he wants Trump out of there with all the federal people. What, 56 days now? How long are you going to let that go on?
Yep.
I can't even comprehend what they're thinking.
They're not. That's the problem. It's they've turned everyday life now into political action. Well, it's like on the national news, you saw where the New York City, the police department was trying to allow the peaceful march by churches over the bridge, and they were attacked. The police were attacked. And that one famous one was where a guy was hitting him over the head with a baseball bat or something.
That was a woman, I think, with a 2x4.
Yeah, and they went and checked within hours at the police department. They'd already been released.
Yeah.
The people that assaulted them.
Yeah. Well, because of COVID, they're doing that here. You get caught for anything, they just go back, charge you, kick you out. They don't want you in jail.
But what's been taken off the table, and they blame COVID for it, is, when I grew up, I always was under you can do whatever you want to do, but can you stand to pay the restitution or the consequences of your actions?
Yep.
Now there is no consequence anymore.
Yep. Nope. I don't know. There's different laws and everything else out there, but say for me, I want to go someplace. Well, I got to have a passport. You got a criminal record, you don't get one.
Really?
If you're
I
one.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if you have a record, you can't go across the border either.
Yeah, as I said, I have a passport to go someplace.
Yep.
To a different country, and that they don't want criminals over there or wherever. I mean, here, even with Canada going to the U.S., they ask you, "Oh, you ever smoked a joint?" "Oh, yeah." Back to Canada. You ain't coming.
Yeah.
And I think it was at Washington State, which is just down below British Columbia. It's all legal down there. But if you're Canadian and smoked a joint, they don't want you down there.
Nope.
Figure.
No
But see,
rhyme or reason.
Well, see, the problem is that Washington State, that is a state law, where they're going across the border is a federal law.
Yep. There's so many things that, I've always said, Paul and Hugh, if I were made king of the world tomorrow, in a lifetime, you couldn't straighten it all out.
No. And the thing is that all this rioting and protesting and all that stuff, nobody's come up with a solution. And all these people, they don't want a solution. If they had a solution, they would have come out a long time ago.
Yep.
All they want to do is be able to riot, loot, and break things and everything else and get away with it and say, hey, look what I did, right? But you had a laugh here that there was a carjacking in Toronto the other day. There's 5 people from London here charged, but they're apparently something to do with a deal with some special Nike sneakers or something. It's 3 o'clock in the morning in Toronto.
Right back.
They're dealing out of a trunk of a car at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, that's legit.
Yep. Yeah, it's when you live out in suburbia where there isn't a focus on that nonsense going on, you just, every time I see anything, I just have to shake my head and say, thank God I'm not living in I can't imagine living in a major city where all this turmoil is going on. You don't know. I mean, look at that lady with her little girl in the back seat, and her car was attacked.
Yeah. No.
She's just worried about getting home.
Yeah, I don't know. Really worried what's happening, but
Well, Lynn and I have often said that we're on the downhill slide. I wish future generations well, but at the rate it's going, it's not going to turn out well. But then again, they'll be born into the way it is then, not the way it was.
yeah. Our normal is not normal anymore.
Right.
One of the biggest problems we have here in Canada right now is Trudeau. He's a one of their younger generation trying to control Canada. He's now into 5 different things of ethnic violations and still in power.
Yep.
But see, that's all the big cities that are liberal around here. I don't know what it's like down there, but all the big cities. Because, they're the ones that vote them in, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, all those big places, eh?
Well, I don't have a problem with people that want to be compassionate, but it's like anything else. There's those that you can kind of agree with, and then there's those that are just whacked out.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a fine line for everybody there, where they can go along with some, but not, and it's like that in the political scale, one way or the other. There's people on the far right too, man. You get out of my face,
Yeah. Now they're saying if you're white, you're a genetic defect or something now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we told that to black people, oh man, we'd be in jail.
Yep. It's just like I say, there's no common reasoning, or there isn't any common sense going on anymore. It's when you do find somebody that seems to have their head screwed on right, it's uncommon. It's not common anymore. It's uncommon. And my favorite word to use for most people now is 90% of the population is I call them all sheeple because they're like sheep.
Yep. Follow the herd.
Yep.
What Kim said there. Last time across the border on a bus, it was loaded with people. After the bus left to go to the States, I was the only one left on it. Hell, I don't know. Been what, 4 years ago now since I've been down towards the States. Well, I've been down in Florida a few times, but especially going on cruises.
Yep. So Hugh, how's your weather? Is it getting hot down there or?
Sticky.
Yeah.
It's not too hot, but it's just humid and sticky.
It's the humidity. Somebody said like it was like 90% humidity someplace.
Well, 95%
is.
here, right here,
Yeah.
95.
Here too. You walk outside, do anything, and you're just drenched.
That's
Yeah.
almost like breathing water.
Yeah.
Yep.
I went outside to the garage to cut some boards this morning, and just a few saw cuts with a handsaw. And I was just soaked.
Yeah. Yeah, because right here it's only 75, going to be a high today of maybe 80, but the humidity is way up there.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
just
thinking-
checked now. It's down to 81% humidity right now. Let me see. This afternoon, it's supposed to be 82 and feel like 93. But tonight, overnight, 61 degrees.
Cool
That'd
off
get-
a little bit.
You have to get some lights out there and work at night tonight. There, it'd be nice. 61 degrees.
Well, the other thing is I want to be a good neighbor. I don't want to be out there with saws going and things going.
All the cops would be there anyways. Shut that down.
No, you'd be surprised. Not so much here. You don't see police much, even when they should be. You don't see. It's like they hide out. They don't want to do the wrong thing.
We don't have a problem with the police around here too much, other than the idiots that are out here running around the streets. But no, there's no defund the police here or nothing like that going on. They're talking about it in London, but not here. You know, the funny thing, they could defund the money, the police, and they're going to take that money and put it somewhere else. Well, they're spending that money anyways. It's not saving nothing. You know, it's not like they're trying to, cut back on budgets and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And the funny thing is, it's going to happen to all of this. Going to defund the police, okay, all this. They're going to create another department, create more jobs for other people to do, and then they're going to have to refund the police, so it's going to cost them more in the long run, because they're not going to eliminate the other jobs. Once they're a job, especially with the government, right?
Yeah, it's complicated stuff. I do get that. Anyway, I won't get into it. Too much politics.
Yeah.
Drones. Look at that.
Have you had
That's a
Booger up
drone.
lately?
I haven't. Booger's not even charged up right now. That's awful.
Ah.
Oh, no Booger.
No Booger. Let me charge him up.
Yeah, I almost put my Mini on Craigslist last night.
Yeah. Well,
It-
if you're not using it,
It's just sitting.
it's a waste.
Yep.
They're saying they sent out teams this morning for 2 possible tornadoes that touched down. One was up north of London, up at Exeter, but the other one here is in Belmont, and Belmont got hit with the last storm with a bit of a tornado too.
Wow.
They said a tornado touched down near Brantford. That's down close to Gary there.
Ooh.
I think it's pretty much clear now for a while. The weather for the next couple of days, although they were talking about maybe getting rain here tomorrow evening and into Wednesday. I don't know. Kim, hippie days, really?
Good times, Tim. Kim, good times. It's kind of
Hey.
funny.
He was driving a small bus across America. Picked up hitchhikers to help pay for the gas, and then when it broke down, he left it alongside the road. Littering, Lynn says, no wonder you're not welcome in the U.S., Salty. That's funny. Yeah, there was a lot of people. What was that TV show, Hugh, where they were traveling around in a bus? They were musicians, a family.
Oh, the Partridge Family.
Partridge Family.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
Yep, the Partridge Family.
They had a house, but then
Yep.
they toured in the van. Yeah, that was a good show.
Toured in the bus.
Good show. I used to love that.
And the bus was all painted up flowery and
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you ever go to different websites, there's what they call the schoolies. They're all school buses converted over, right?
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh,
called
nice.
Schoolie. Oh, there's a couple that's on there. They're on their second one right now, but they raised the roofs on them and everything else. It's cool.
Well, the suspension in a bus is like a regular truck, right? It's
Yep,
like there's no cushion there.
But I tell you, you go to some of those websites, man, oh man, they're just like a beautiful motorhome inside. Some of them just gorgeous.
Well,
What
the
people
other
do to
one
them.
too is I know that you can buy like motor coaches that were used as motor buses, the deluxe jobs, you know?
Yep.
And they convert those over too.
Well, here you can buy a school bus, a used one right now for about $1,500.
Really? The big one?
Yep. Oh, the scrap price, right? So
Just watching a video on the other screen. This guy strapped a GoPro on the back of a turtle. You got to see this. I'll share the video. It's just
Okay.
hilarious. He just, why? But
what? Yeah.
why not? Right?
Did he speed up the video at all?
No,
or-
no. It's just the turtle swimming around doing its thing. I guess it's a pond that he owns. It's an enclosed space, so
Okay. So he could retrieve
he could retrieve
GoPro.
it. Yeah, there's lots of turtles and fish in the pond. Pretty interesting footage, anyway.
There's a whole bunch of moss on the back of that turtle. Oh, a
Yeah,
fish.
yeah. Oh, there's lots of fish.
That turtle looks like he wants to take a nip out of him.
Yeah.
Hey, what the hell are you doing to me?
It's a long video. It's like 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of moss on him too, doesn't he? Here comes his buddy. Get the hell away from my brother.
You think that GoPro camera catch all the weeds on it?
I was thinking the same thing, but apparently not. And then when the turtle came back to land, he takes the GoPro off. That was actually pretty interesting.
That is cool. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of algae and growth in that pond, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But he's putting food out to get the turtle to come back, I think. He's throwing stuff out so the turtles grab it and eat it to come back.
Then the turtle takes it down to the bottom. That's funny.
That's amazing what some people come up with.
He's got a lot of good videos of this pond and this dude, the fish whisperer.
As soon as he took that GoPro off, boy, did that baby scurry back.
Oh yeah.
Huh. That's funny. Lynn says, yeah, you just never know what you're going to see on this channel. How many people we got watching? 15 people watching. We got 20
Wow.
likes.
Not too bad
Yeah,
for a
hit
Monday.
that like button when you come or before you leave. Let me go over here.
Well, I guess I should get going. I got to go fix some signs and wow.
Well, yeah, you said you had a whole bunch to get
Well,
straighten or whatever.
it's all one subdivision. It's like 2 streets, and it's just probably
Well, you
some of
don't
them are
know-
fine,
you-
some
you
aren't.
don't know when you get there. It could be just the hoodlums in the neighborhood too.
Well, no, it's actually up on almost on top of a hill, and the wind goes whipping through there. And what I have done before is that the sign, when I hang it, only hang it with two tie wraps instead of 3 to hold it. I just let it swing in the breeze, so because there's so much breeze up there. But see, we had that storm going through yesterday, so
I saw somebody made a sign, like a real estate sign. What they did is they made the sign and then they cut it in like slats, like the windows.
Yeah.
And so they had it weighted on the bottom of each one of those slats. And so when the
Oh.
wind would blow, the slats, if it was real heavy, would open up and then they close again when it stopped.
that'd be cool. Yeah. Well, especially I get out in the country, I'll just let them swing out there because it's just if I tie them down, the wind turns them. They're like a sail out in the wind, right? And it keeps turning them around. And you got to remember when you got a post there and the sign on it, well, it's top heavy, right? So then
Yeah.
once it's lean, just the wind works it and then it starts leaning. So you got to go pull it out, restake it and put it back together again. But
Hey, Tim, you have a great day. Thanks for stopping in.
yeah, so
Yeah. Well, Paula, don't get too muddy out there because it might still be wet, right?
well, that's another thing. It's all clay out there.
Yeah.
My shoes will weigh more than I do on the first sign. Just walking in there. And see, there's another problem too, is that they come in, they new houses, they landscape, so they tear my sign out. So I go put it back. And then next thing you know, the guy's going to come on and put sod in. So they tear the sign out again. So I got to go back and put it back in again.
You get paid every time you go out?
No.
Oh.
I hate doing construction sites. But I mean, really, it's not that bad a deal. If I got to go out there, I might be there half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, and I'll probably fix 10 signs. It's not a big deal. Like, you know.
Now, do you get paid for servicing the signs too,
No.
or just a one-time,
It's
one-shot?
yeah, one price in and out. But you know, the thing is too is that, and you got to take the good with the bad, right?
Yep.
But I can go out there and put 10 signs up, and charge them all individual prices for every sign. It takes me, you know, say an hour, 15 minutes, put 10 signs up. Well, I made, you know, $350 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it's not like I have to go out there 10 times, put 10 signs up. I only
Right.
had to do it once. So, you know, that's a good part. The other part is, you know, then you got to go back and do some fixing and stuff. But
Well, and I would imagine too, a new subdivision, you probably almost put them all up at the same time, but you're going to have to go back and take them out as they get sold.
yeah. And the guy that, well, I'm doing this for, he's famous for leaving them in too long.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they've been sold 2 months ago, and, you know. But I might only have 10 signs in that whole subdivision right now, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only take me half an hour, 3/4 of an hour to go out there and do it. But hopefully they'll get a little bit of, well, we got sun here now and some wind, so it'll hopefully dry up some of the areas.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be slipping and sliding
Oh.
around there.
Yeah. Won't be the first time I've done a header. They were swinging a sledgehammer standing on a slippery surface. That's fun.
Yeah, you got to drive those
The
stakes.
T-bar into the ground. I can either use a post pounder or a sledgehammer, but the T-bars are cut down to 3.5 feet, so it's not a big deal putting them in with a sledgehammer. But the longer posts or something, I'll put them in with a post pounder.
Yep.
Yeah, it won't take long, and I'll go get my Timmies afterwards.
Nice.
Well, there's always a bonus, you know?
Yep, there's always a bonus. Yep. Then I'm supposed to go to my brother's about 5 o'clock, I guess. So gonna have dinner.
For the big birthday dinner. Yep.
Yeah.
But just remember, you're still a youngin' to me.
Let me see. My brother's 4 years older than I am, so yeah. I got an older brother and 2 younger sisters.
Ah. Everybody's in good health.
Oh yeah, yep.
Good.
And we're all close too. Our family's a real close family. So
Good.
I know I got a brother-in-law and his family. They'd kill each other for a nickel, you know. But I remember going there when Pops passed away. There, my brother-in-law's family. You know how you go from the funeral home to the gravesite, then from there, you know, they usually go back to the church for snacks or whatever. A couple
Sure.
of members of the family went back to their house and was rummaging through it before anybody else got there to get their body wasn't even in the ground yet. And they're fighting over stuff.
It's usually the way it is.
Yeah.
Sad.
That's a big family. 8 sisters and 7 brothers.
Yeah.
Furball kin. Oh my
Huh.
God.
8 sisters, 7 brothers. Wow. Yeah, my grandmother was one of 13 kids, I believe. Yeah.
My mom's one of 7 or 8, which I thought was a lot too, but
Yeah.
not 15. Wow. Oh, sorry to hear that, Michael.
Yeah, Cam, it's pretty cold those back in those days. Had to stay warm. Yeah, it must be getting warm outside. I can starting to feel it up here in the house. Oh well. Okay, guys. Well, I'm out of here, so we'll catch you guys later, eh?
Okay.
See you
Yep.
later, birthday boy.
Take care.
Yep. Yep. See you later.
Quiet Monday, Paul.
Yes.
Wow. Ah, you finally saw my message. There you go.
Yeah. Yep. Because he's been out trolling around quite a bit. He was on last night on those guys. So, yeah. You got any plans for any specific flying or anything that you want to catch? You know, it's just so hot and everything that I've lost my get up and go.
Me too. I'll probably fly more in September when it cools down. I don't like the heat, to be honest. I don't like it at all.
I mean, yeah, I could take the truck down and Mia could sit in the truck and leave the truck running with the air conditioning going and get out and fly a ship and come back. But it's just like, besides that, the tons of people that are down there, you know. Now, today I'm looking on the camera and I don't see a lot of people down there. But then again, there's not a whole lot of ships coming through either, so. You got the American Integrity is down south of Marine City, and you've got Thunder Bay coming down the lake, and it's up north of Port Sanilac, which would be about 40, 50 miles up. Just not a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm just going to hide in the shade.
Well, I should be going out there and cutting the lattice down. You saw the pictures of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to attach it underneath, or are you going to put it on top?
Well, here's my theory is that I'm not really sure. I'm thinking about the way to do it, but my thought is that let me pull it up here and I'll show you the picture. What my thought process is. Screen share.
Inside the mind of Paul Murray.
Okay. Well, my thought is you can see I've got it zip tied up here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I've got it right down snug on the ground. Now I have in the back, I've got some 2x6s, womanized wood, and I could put one down.
Womanized wood?
Each one, you know, and then screw the bottom to it.
Yeah.
Then I need to cut off. This is be at an angle because obviously it's going downhill. Cut this off along here. and then screw it down. Then I should have a piece or two left to, I'll show you what I got to do next is the deck cam. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right up here, I put a piece of lattice blocking that end off. So in essence, that way I don't have to go down this side with lattice work.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I'm thinking I have a piece I can custom cut and go across down here.
Just so no critters can get in behind there.
So they can't, because the skunks aren't going to climb that. And
No.
holes are too small for the squirrels to get through. I don't care if chipmunks go through there. I don't care. But
Yeah, they can probably go through the holes.
yeah, exactly. But I'm going to have to get out there and trim this all up along here. And that'll give me some pieces. As you can see, what I did here is there's one overlapping the other and another one overlapping the other, simply because if I take and cut them up properly, here to here to here, then I can screw them on the bottom and then screw them across this support piece across here. And that should give me some pieces bigger so that I can custom cut one for the end down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my game plan. So
Yep.
because that piece there actually is a piece out of the garage between the garage office and the garage inside, where I can pull it out from behind my tool chest, block the door so that I can leave the doors open so Mia can still come in there but not have access.
Geeksvana has a creative solution.
What's that?
Just read that down below.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Geek Savannah, I don't know if you heard or not, but not last night, but the night before at 4 a.m., I was visited by the skunks again, followed shortly thereafter at like 4:20 in the morning by a full-size deer in my front
Wow.
yard.
No kidding.
Yep. Yep. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Album.
Watched a good ensemble movie last night called The Gentleman. I think Roger was talking about watching that with Kim. It was really good.
Okay, I'm going to play this for you.
Morning, Chris Hope. What's up, buddy?
Screen share. Okay, let me know when can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you're going to be watching is this area out and about here. The deer comes from the north. You see him right there moving?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Goes into the shadow of the tree.
Bambi, where's your mommy? That's funny for them to be in a city, eh?
Yep. Well, there's a woodsy area where there's a natural drain where they've left it woodsy north of me about a half a block
Yeah.
that runs towards the east and out towards the lake.
So this is 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 428 right down here.
Oh, dear, sleep.
I think they sleep in the day, don't they? Or I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't think they were nocturnal per se, but
Then I spooked him and he took off. And I'll show you the video of me spooking him. Right here. Because what I did is I went out and I was looking for them damn skunks. And that's a pellet gun.
oh, okay. I see the
And-
deer. Yeah.
All of a sudden the deer comes up and it's like he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. He's like, "You're looking at me?"
It's like, oh shit, Human.
And so finally I very slowly lowered the gun and he starts looking at me again. And I reach around to open the door because I decide maybe I should back out and let him go ahead and do his thing and watch him from in the house. And that's what spooked him right about here. He looks at me. I open the door.
See both his eyes. Wow.
Yep. There he goes.
Well, you capture a lot of interesting things on those cameras.
Yeah, that's those little Wise cameras. They just work.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm not as happy with my Blink XT cameras. I don't think they're as good.
Yeah. And they probably aren't, you know, as I'm really happy with the Wise.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like replacing them because I've got $300 or $400 into the system now, but I do have the sensitivity turned down so they don't get tripped as often. Because really, you know, what I'm looking for is people, it's human beings, right?
Right.
So, but seeing that caterpillar crawl across the lens of the camera one night, that was weird. Because I wasn't sure if it was a porcupine or what it was. And then I realized it had to be just a spiny caterpillar.
Yeah. Here's the other camera view.
Should point one at your neighbor's windows with a zoom. Have a lot more fun.
There it comes up the drive.
So it's a different video?
No, this is the same one. Different camera. This is the original camera. And the light that's on him, I have another camera on the other side of the garage that has the infrared photo lights going all the time. That's why the tree looks so bright.
Yeah.
But if you can see, I come out and he watches me out here. You can't see me, I'm off camera, but you can see the light from the house a little bit.
Yeah.
He's looking at me. I'm out of here, he says.
Busted. Nature.
Yeah, what you catch with the camera. What's nice about them is you put a 32 gig SD card in them, and you can go back and you can look at things, replay all the way through, for several days.
Yeah.
See, I don't care if the deer comes back. That's fine. It's the damn skunks.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen any chipmunks in a while. Not since the one the other day.
Haven't you?
No.
I got a couple of them scurrying around here every once in a while, but
Well, I think I've really put a dent in the population. So
yeah.
at least the ones that lived locally. So
They're telling everybody don't go near that house.
well, and yet that one came. Our deer leave their babies in our yard and go forage and then return. Well, that's interesting, Kim. It says Roxy's discovered a few. Wow.
Yeah, I'm waiting now. I left a message this morning for the trapper. I haven't heard a word from him. He was on vacation all last week.
Yeah. Random question. Do you have a Phantom drone still?
Me?
Yeah.
A Phantom?
Yeah.
No.
Got rid of all yours?
Got rid of. I got the only thing I have left, Hugh, is the Zoom, the M2 Zoom, and the Mini, and the Air 2.
Wow, you're down to 3 drones?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. I sold all 3 of my. Well, the ones I shouldn't have, I think you might have been in the discussion last night or the night before, was my Enterprises. I had both of them. I had the Enterprise Zoom and I had the Enterprise Duo.
Oh, you're kind of wishing you still had them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the Enterprise it's just so the Duo was just incredible. But I bought it for a specific purpose. I don't do roofing inspections, or I was helping out
You're
several
doing search and
different
rescue,
counties
right?
in my area, search and rescue, and I haven't had a call since.
Oh, okay.
Because I had a big FLIR that used to mount on my Inspires, but
I think a lot of forces are buying them, right?
Yeah, you had to come back and put the change the cameras.
Yeah.
Where the Duo had them both on the unit, plus they had twice the flight time.
I think the thing is, because they're so cheap now, forces are just buying them. They're buying their own
That's what
drones.
happened. Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's just buying them.
And I think smart move on DJI. I think they give them all a big discount if they buy them.
Well, I'm sure they do.
Because they want other departments to be buying them too. So
yeah.
But yeah, here's I don't know if you saw this or not, but I'll show you. The interesting part about the whole thing is when you use the Duo, okay? Can you see that all right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the video file that is taken exactly at the same time as the infrared file.
Oh, wow.
Here and here. So this is one, this is the other. So these two match together. So if I click on that.
So one's normal light, the other's infrared.
There's the regular from the camera.
Nice.
So how do I get out of this? Okay, so that was the regular. Now here is the infrared.
I don't see anything playing. I just see you highlighted in the clip.
You don't see it?
Nope.
Stop share. Let me go back to it.
It's probably playing in a different window or something.
Could be.
There, now I see it. Wow. That's friggin' cool. That's space age right there.
Yeah. And what the enhanced camera does is it puts outlines on things so you can make out what it is.
Oh, very clever.
But that's what a typical thermal imaging, and you can take and on your tablet or whatever control you're using, you can switch between the two while it's happening to what you want to see. And you can also go into settings. See, there's somebody walking on the side on the boardwalk. You can set temperature scale. So in other words, like you want between here and here, or high temperature, low temperature, that kind of thing.
Neat.
So it really is quite a.
So I assume this is daytime footage, right?
Yeah, it was the same as the other.
It'd be cool to see at nighttime how different it is.
Well, in nighttime, it would still look the same. You're just talking about heat.
Yeah, I think you'd see maybe people show up a bit more compared to the.
Well,
Color
yeah,
of
it
the
would
landscape.
depend upon, where and how and what you're doing. Right now, see the factories here?
Yeah.
The heat.
Yeah.
This is Lake Huron, and that's all ice out there.
Oh, this was during the winter?
This is wintertime, about
Ah,
February, so.
okay. Wow.
And there's the shoreline, and I'm coming out onto the ice pack here. You can see the edge of the ice.
Yeah.
And down here, it looks like there's a good sized chunk of ice that went down. Yeah, see it. Chunks of ice going down. Yep.
Tells
So
a different
that's-
story, eh?
Yeah, when you think about thermal imaging,
Mm-hmm.
that's basically what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'd have fun with that.
Yeah, I wish I had, because I got it cheap. A guy bought it that had more money than brains, and he took it up and he decided he didn't like it. He only flew it like a couple of times, and he scuffed up one battery just on the top of the battery a little bit on the tail end of it. And I just took a toothbrush and some toothpaste and scrubbed it out, and then it was just like new again.
Nice.
And normally they were like, I think about $3,200 or $3,300, and I think I only paid $2,200 for it.
Well, you get a good deal.
And it was at a fly market. And what's nice about that is it comes in a GPC case made for it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Centroid's in the house.
So I wish I had not sold it. Centroid, how you doing?
I wish I hadn't sold my Jeep Wrangler. I wish I still had that.
Yep, I had
Best vehicle I ever owned.
I had a couple of Jeeps. I had the Wrangler Levi edition.
Oh,
the
nice.
green one,
Yeah.
with the Levi top, soft top.
Yeah.
And then I also had a red one, factory stripes down the side that kind of hooked around and down. And I like that too. But, you think about all the vehicles you've owned in your life that you coulda, woulda, shoulda hung on to.
That's the only one for me.
Yeah. The other one I should have hung on to was a 65 Shelby Mustang.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would have been good.
And the other one was a 54 red T-Bird
Ooh.
with the hard lift off top.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, but young and dumb.
I need some coffee. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. Well, Mark, you haven't gone through any buyer's remorse on your new pontoon boat, I hope. Hey, Metro Drones, how you doing? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying your new hobby, your new boat. Well, that's fantastic, Mark. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I miss my 28-foot pontoon boat that I sold. And of course, when you sell them, you never get what you paid for them. But it just got to be the point it was just me. So when I would take it down, it had its own custom trail and everything. But in any kind of wind here in Michigan, it's usually always windy. And when you get the trail in the water and then you're trying to pull it on and you get it straight, and then the back end wants to swing, and boy, it was kind of a struggle to get it into place on the trailer. But once you did, it wasn't a problem. Launching was as a piece of cake, but it's just it isn't a one man pull in on the trailer kind of a boat. But I was kind of used to that because before that I had a 27-foot Sea Ray, and they're a heavy boat, and same wind situation when you're trying to get it lined up on the trailer and the trailer's under the water. And yep, is what it is though. Oh, cool, Centroid. Mark, you're gonna love that boat, and like you say, it is very relaxing out on the water. You get the canopy up, and you just kind of cruise around, and yep, you're gonna like that. I know people on the bigger, like the size pontoon that I had, they used to go stay overnight places because you can put the side curtains up and the canopy top and everything else, and it's like a little room. Yeah, mine didn't. I always thought about buying those pads that go out on the trailer to guide it in the middle of it, but I didn't do that. The pads that the pontoon sat on, they were V'd a little bit, but when you get it 28 foot the trailer in, and the boat's floating up here, and the trailer's down there, I could get the front end on, but then it'd start to swing like this in the wind, and you'd have to pull it back over to get it lined up. Yeah. Yeah, I bet the entire family likes it too, Mark. Well, you said you were amazed your wife was excited about getting the boat.
Did you miss me? I'm back.
Yes, we did. Mark is telling us about his exploits with his new pontoon boat.
Ooh.
He even took the drone up and did the follow me mode out into the lake. And
Oh. Any videos up yet, Mark? Take a look and see what's going on. Nope, not yet. Okay. Hey, what's up, Metro Drones? How you doing, bud?
with every bullet, you, LOL.
Pardon me? With every bullet? I don't understand.
I don't either. Well, how are you doing? Maybe with every bullet? I don't know.
Neil, please clarify.
Blind Neil wants to go fishing, he said.
Oh, that's good coffee. Here we go. Oh, did we miss you with every bullet? Okay, gotcha. No, I think I'm going to watch some Game of Thrones this afternoon.
Kick back and relax, huh?
Kick back. Supper's already made, so
What do you have for supper?
sweet and sour pork and rice.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, I had to make it early because my wife is taking it for lunch. She works a 3 to 11 shift tonight, so it's all done.
Already. Oh, there you go.
Yep. Oh, that's too bad, Mark. He was just saying he got the Gladius mini underwater drone, but had to return it because it was defective. Bummer.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's getting it replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, the weather's pretty nice.
Looking good. You can't tell that from my view.
what looks strange to me is that boat looks like it is tipped or ran into Canada because it's
Oh.
not moving or sliding with the current.
Is that the Canadian side we're looking at?
Yeah. Which is illegal, even if you're Canadian, to be pulling in there.
Oh.
See, it's on auto right now. That's the auto pattern. So nobody is at the helm of that camera.
Okay.
It gets to a certain point, then it zooms in, then it pans a little more, then it zooms out, pans back the other way. They've got like 4 or 5 other cameras that they operate. So they're probably just operating in that area. And when they leave, they just put it on auto pan.
Excuse me.
See, so now they'll come back. I'm interested when it pans back to see if that boat's still there. Nope, it's gone, I think. Nope, nope. That may not be a boat. That might just be rocks
Ah.
piled up like that with the light on it. Yep, not a boat. Oh, it's kind of a quiet Monday today, Hugh.
Sure is.
But then again, I'm no Roger.
Well, it just depends on how many people
What's
are
going on?
available, right?
Yep. I sent a whole bunch of invites out. Nobody. Everybody's probably doing something while they're here, or they're out doing something more.
Yeah. I'm just looking on Amazon for thumb drives.
I need to buy some more 32 gig.
SD cards.
Yeah, micro SDs. Every one of my cameras take a 32 gig SD card. You
Right.
can't put a bigger one in it. If you put
Or
a
it doesn't
bigger
record.
one in it, they fail. Yep.
Right. Yeah. As you found out the hard way.
Yes. Well, what do you think, Hugh? Should we call it a day?
We can. I don't think anybody would be too upset.
Yeah, well, I leave it up to you as my co-partner. What do you think?
I think we've had a good run today.
Yeah, I do too. Everybody, we're going to call it a day, and thank you all for coming in. And Roger will be on again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Val is off today working. She started her first day at a new job, so she may be around this evening. Probably give us an update on how her day went. So everyone take care. Thanks to Hugh. Thanks to Paul. Thanks to Roger. And all of you in the chat. We love you all. And we'll see you again soon.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Bye for now.